We are back at the top of another Savage stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in and liking, sharing, subscribing, and all that cool stuff that you guys do to support the channel. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I know the market is doing pretty well. It's a solid green day. Everything's looking pretty good. I like it. I'm digging it. It's always good to see a lot of green out there. I think, did we pass 13K for a bit? I thought we did. I don't know. I haven't been like watching it like really close, so I don't know what our local high was. But yeah, I mean, up 8% is pretty solid for Bitcoin in 24 hours. So I'm digging that a lot. But that's not really what this is. This stream is going to be about here. We are actually going to talk about the guys over at Conceal. I know. I talk about these guys all the time, but I kind of have to. Not that I have to, but you know, I really like supporting the project. You know, we did more than 13, 14 months of straight mining Conceal on the shared rigs that we talked about last night. So they've just, you know, these guys are just solid, man. They don't sleep. You know, I know that they don't sleep. And they're all, what's cool is they're all over the globe, right? They're in various places all over the world, and they work really well together, and they get a lot accomplished, you know, even though things are decentralized. Even though they're decentralized as far as the management of it goes, they get a lot accomplished. And one of the things that they kind of looked at clearly recently was getting into the Ethereum ecosystem, you know, with a wrapped coin, wrapped token, a wrapped CCX. And they've been working really hard on this, and some of the things that they're doing are kind of groundbreaking. There's not projects that are doing what they are actually doing. You know, even though there are 10,000 projects out there, this one really stands out as one that is like, wow, they really have a lot going on. And for them to be, you know, $1.5 million market cap or whatever it is, I didn't check right before the stream. It's criminal, man. I mean, these guys, this project is solid. It's a privacy coin. You guys know I like privacy coins. Just check them out if you get a chance. I've got a lot of videos on my channel about them, but just check it out. It's super cool stuff, man. I mean, the things that they're doing. So let's talk about one of the latest things that they're doing tonight. That's what we want to take a look at. So as I mentioned, they're getting into the swapping or Uniswap or yield farming, all that new wave DeFi stuff that's going on here. And they have created a wrapped Conceal, and wrapped Conceal basically it represents, it's on the Ethereum network. It's an ERC20 token, but it represents an actual whatever amount of CCX, you know, 1-to-1 ratio on the CCX network. Now they're not the same thing, you know, they're traded independently, but it is a representation of the privacy coin, the CCX, that exists on the CCX mainnet. And it provides a untraceable gateway to and from the Ethereum ecosystem, from the Conceal network ecosystem. And I've done a couple videos on it. I did a swap video where they're working on a swap tool to get CCX into wCCX and vice versa in a very automated, simple, almost one-click way. That is going to be huge. That's pretty cool if you ask me. Let's see what else they got going on. So not even gonna, they've got some things coming out before the end of the year that's gonna hopefully blow some minds, because it's really neat technology. But we'll talk about that another day. So let's stay on wCCX. So they had a pre-sale. You can see right here that it's sold out. I got in the pre-sale. I threw 3+ ETH at it, and it was basically buying wCCX for $2 each. Right now, this is where it gets a little weird, because you see the value of CCX is what, 15 cents or 14 cents right now, but you're paying for wCCX, wrapped CCX, you're paying $2. But again, it's two different ecosystems, it's two different coins, it's two different values, 2 different circulating amounts, number and all that stuff. So they're traded independently. So that you just got to kind of keep that in mind. It says here that the rewards, they're working on rewards, details about the rewards to be revealed soon. I don't know a lot about that. Probably need to ask them about that to see what this is, or get into their Discord or Telegram or something and find out what that's all about. But right now, they have the public sale going on. This is live right now. It's going on for about 8 days, and it just started today. So you get to join the Telegram here to learn more about it. I know my little coin tree thing is in the way. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can... Okay. Yeah, so they've got this little... Actually, I could have just scrolled it up, couldn't I? That would have been a lot easier. Anyway, all right, I'll just leave it like that. So the public sale is going on right now. We'll click on this in a minute, but I want to talk about like what is wrapped conceal, because the last time that I did a wrapped conceal video, because there's not like any product out there on Uniswap right now, it's kind of like hard to, for me anyway, because I'm not a farmer or yield aggregator or swapper or whatever you want to call them. I don't do that. I just hold. That's it. So although I did make that one trade in Uniswap for wCCX from CCX, or from ETH to wCCX way back when. So I've done one solid trade on Uniswap. But anyway, so I wanted to talk about what it actually is, because it's hard to wrap your head around exactly what this is going to be for. But there's some key things that I've highlighted here that are really important to kind of consider whenever you're talking about your privacy and, basically hiding, not hiding, but just privacy, general cryptocurrency privacy stuff, right? That's what we're gonna kind of talk about here. So wrapped conceal is simply an ERC20 token that represents the real conceal on the Ethereum ecosystem. So it's not saying that CCX is on Ethereum. It's saying that wCCX is on Ethereum. So it's representing the real conceal on the Ethereum ecosystem. Having an ERC20 token representation allows Conceal Network to integrate into the Ethereum ecosystem, which includes wallets, the dApps, smart contracts, things like that. So once there's liquidity there, and that's going to come like after the public sale is over, then there's going to be some, I don't remember the number, it's something like 25% of what was sold, I think, is going to be in a pool on Uniswap, so that you can, so that there's liquidity there. Okay. So what is the use case? And this is what's important, right? That's what everybody kind of wants to know. Like, okay, this is great and all, but what is it actually going to be used for? So on the Ethereum ecosystem, wCCX allows the use of a variety of financial instruments already available in DeFi, such as trading on Uniswap and other DEXs. wCCX users can create leveraged stablecoin trades as a yield aggregator for lending platforms that rebalance. All that Uniswap farming and yield farming and all that stuff that rebalance for the highest yield during contract interactions. Supported stablecoins are going to be DAI, USDC, USDT, TUSD. In addition, wCCX allows users to offer liquidity pools known as LPs to earn additional interest on their yield-bearing tokens, where traders can even create leverage positions. Now, all this is great. All that is cool stuff. I dig it. I like it. Whatever. But there's an important aspect here that is really significant to keep in mind. And that is that Wrapped Conceal provides an untraceable gateway to and from the Ethereum ecosystem, from the network, from the Conceal Network ecosystem. So it is a untraceable. So think about what you can do here. So you can get all of your profits, all your yield farming. You can do all those swaps, all that stuff on Uniswap or another DEX, and turn that and then swap that into wCCX, and then get it off of the Ethereum network and back over into the Conceal network, which is 100% private. It's a privacy coin. It's always on privacy. So basically, because see, here's what happens, and I actually saw this happen with a fairly popular YouTuber today, actually. And what happened was he was showing in a video, they were showing, I gave away half of it. I said he. So they were showing how they were doing something in Uniswap, and they went to a screen that had their ETH addresses on it, right? So now, see, Ethereum doesn't have any privacy built in like by default. So what people can now do, because he showed his Ethereum addresses, is now they can go and see how many, they can trace it, do the chain analysis and all that stuff, and figure out how many ETH he holds in his addresses, blah, 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 all that stuff. So it's a little bit of an exposure of privacy that this will fix, right? This wCCX, because you can take that Ethereum or those ERC20 tokens that are riding on the Ethereum network and actually swap them for wCCX and then take it out. And then if you do decide to go back, it's all like brand new because it came from a private location. So hopefully that makes sense, and I hope I'm explaining that right. I think that that's pretty solid the way that it's going to work. Basically, it's a gateway to get private and unprivate. I mean, that's significant. I like all the other stuff with the swapping and all the different tools and stuff that you might be able to use on the DeFi in the DeFi space on the Ethereum network. But the privacy part of it is what's important to me. I think that that is super solid. So in this public sale that they've got going on right now, just launched today, whatever they don't sell, let me see if I can remember the numbers here. So in the pre-sale, I think there was 50,000 wCCX for sale in the pre-sale. They sold out in less than 48 hours, not then. They sold out in less than 48 hours. I think their goal was something like 200 ETH or something. I can't remember the numbers there. But anyway, so that sold out. That was at $2. The public sale is going on now. It's at $2.50 USD for each wCCX. And whatever they don't sell, they are going to be burning 50% of the unsold tokens. So that's going to decrease the number of supply, right? So the remaining 50% will be used for promotions, rewards, marketing, all that stuff that we talked about before. Actually, we talked about it in the other wCCX, the pre-sale video. I talked about what it was going to be used for. And this burning of unsold tokens will reduce the circulating supply of wCCX, and that can potentially, they always throw that in there, increase the value of the remaining wCCX in circulation, because, you know, just like any other cryptocurrency, if there's a decrease in what's available, then usually the demand increases, right? And I think that once this catches on, because this is the first crypto note, this is the first privacy coin to even, I think, to even attempt something like this. So this is huge. And I think that once if people really care about their privacy, then I think that at some point they will be using this capability, right? Going from Ethereum, huge network, lots of ERC20 tokens, lots of products, lots of capabilities and features over there. And if they want to go private, and if they care about their privacy, then they would use this, because this is basically the only way to do that in this way, right? With the gateway back and forth between the two networks. So super cool. I'm pretty excited about this. I think it's really neat. Okay, so let's look at the tokenomics. Yeah, so 500K wrapped conceal tokens will be made available for the crowdfunding. This is crowdfunding both of these, and the ETH price ratio based on the CoinMarketCap ETH USDT price at the start of each sale. All right, so you're looking right here. So the public sale, the distribution 450. So I hit those numbers. I think, yeah, I had them right. Now there's a soft cap for this at 100,000, and then the hard cap at 450,000. So the maximum that they'll sell is 450,000. And there you go. Okay, so cool. I like how they have this grayed out because it's sold out. So this is what's going on right now. And then they got the breakdown of whatever is remaining. Remember, they're going to burn 50% of whatever's left, whatever's unsold, if there's anything unsold. So they're going to burn that, and this is how the distribution will go of the remaining 50%. All right. And some people, you know, frown on stuff like this, but this is a team that is, you know, I've said this a bunch of times in a lot of my streams, but the days of like just working on a crypto project and then for free, like devoting all your time to it, that kind of went away with Bitcoin. Like that was the first one. It's that you just can't expect people like devs that have other lives, and they have a normal life, and then they have, you know, what they're working on in crypto. You can't really expect them to just do it all for free, right? So yeah, there's some distribution, especially like whenever it comes to like the pre-mine and stuff like that. But that's what this is about. This is showing, you know, what the distribution is going to be for making the project better. I mean, you got to have some funding in order to get things going, you know. All right, so let's look at features here. Not going to read all this, but this is a pretty good little read about what it does. This is basically what I said earlier. You know, it provides that untraceable gateway. Super cool stuff. It does talk about, I think I've actually read this. There's some of this that is duplicated between the screens. I think this right here might be duplicated on the Tokenomics. But yeah, right here, the highlight of wCCX is the ability to provide an untraceable gateway to and from the Ethereum ecosystem. That is significant. That's good stuff. Then they also have a FAQ here, frequently asked questions, and then they have the project and all the different links to the different parts of their project, you know, their main website and stuff like that. All right, so let me check the chat and see what is going on. And something to really note here is that the wCCX tokens, they're going to be distributed like to the buyers after the completion of both the pre that's already done and the public sale. All right, so that will be they'll be distributed after the sales are completed. I come up first when, yeah. I mean, I hope that this is, you know, I see Ghost of Dream there. Pre-sale is sketchy. I don't know. I kind of disagree. This project is been around since 2018. It's not going anywhere. It's not like a you know, like a money grab kind of thing. I communicate with the guys fairly frequently. I don't get the feeling that there's anything shady going on here. You know, I do know that, like I said just a few minutes ago, these guys have other lives, man. I mean, but they want to do more for the project, and in order to do that, they have to, you know, they can't live for free, right? So, you know, these guys are not in their mom's basements or anything like that, and I think that's where this comes in. You know, if the project, if the value of the token, if the value of CCX was to go up significantly, then maybe they wouldn't need to do something like this, right? Even though I still think that they would still do wCCX, but they might not do a pre-sale or a public sale. You know, I get that. And again, it's one of those things where you know, I don't know. I think that it's okay. You know, again, I just don't get the feeling that anything shady is going on at all. Yeah, okay, so Max Voltage says that we touched 13,250 on Bitcoin. Yeah, what's up, guys? How's it going? Yeah, very cool stuff. I don't know. I dig it. I think it's okay. You know, they're not making. If you look at what they did on the pre-sale, okay, so the pre-sale they sold, let's say it's 200 ETH worth of. I think that's the way it worked. I'm probably going to mess the numbers all up. I'm sure there's a way for me to see. I think you can go and look at the contract and all that and see what's going on with it. It's on one of these. Let's see, there's the DApp. Let's look at each one and see if we can figure it out. All right, so there's wCCX. So here's their supply for the sale. Okay, so 502 wCCX, 502,000. There was 2,000 for some testing, I think. So some contract testing. So you can see the purchases here. Huh. Only 15 addresses. It's not a lot. I suppose that this is going to be for the public sale, I guess. I'm not sure about that. All right, so yeah, I can't really see. I don't know if there's a way of seeing what's in there right now. I mean, this makes it look like there's 0, but I don't know how that works. All right, so yeah, I think they sold, let's just say it was 200. So if they sold 200, then let's see what that would be. Yeah, my calculator here. I think it ended up, at the time, I think it was like 80 grand or something like that. Yeah, I mean, if it was $400 ETH, then that would be 80 grand. But I think it was a little bit more than 200 is what they ended up selling, I believe. So, I mean, it's not, you know, it's not life-changing money, especially if you're talking about like the whole team. You know, there's 6 or 7 or 8 people involved. So, 80 grand ain't gonna get much. So, it's not enough to, like, you know, pull the plug or anything like that. So, I don't know, just my opinion, you know. None of this stuff is financial advice anyway, but I just wanted to highlight that they're doing a public sale right now, so. All right, I don't know if anyone else is going live tonight. Serpent, are you doing anything, or you're just doing Monday or Saturday morning, I think, right? I don't know if anybody else is out there doing anything. I know, I think, wasn't Crypto Mikkel, he was supposed to do something, and I think he ended up having a problem or something with something broke, camera broke or something. So I had to call it off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anybody doing anything. No alerts or anything. All right, anybody got any questions or anything like that? I know I need to do some videos on my home networking and stuff. I got to do that for sure. I need to get those going. Glad to finally get a lot of it done. I'm pretty pleased. I made one little mistake in the closet. Instead of buying what I should have bought, so I actually bought 2 of them, 2 24-port patch panels. I only needed 1 because once I got all the runs ran, all the cables ran, I was like, I don't really need that other 24-port. I'm only going to have 20 runs of Cat 6A that I need to terminate, right? Well, I got a regular patch panel that is, you know, you punch down, it's a 110 block in the back, you know, you have to punch down into it. And because I got that regular patch panel, now whenever I create the connection between the patch panel and either the Ubiquiti Dream Machine Pro, the UDM Pro, or the switch, the 24-port switch, you know, I can make a custom cable and all that's great, but the way that I've got everything terminated in the patch panel, it's like, you know, port 1 over here on the left, and then all the ports over here are on the switches in the UDM Pro. So it's not as clean as what I would like it to look like. And had I thought about it, I should have got one of those patch panels that's just a Keystone Jack patch panel. That way I could just put blanks in all the spots that I don't have a cable for, and I can just put the cable not worry about punching it down in a certain location, because I could just, you know, put the RJ45 jack on there and plug it into the patch panel wherever I want it. I should have done that, and I might actually bite the bullet and actually go back and redo all of that and do it that way, so that I can have little 6-inch, you know, Cat 6 cables, the patch cables, stuff like that. So that's just one of the things that after I was done, I was like, man, I kind of messed this up, because it looks pretty clean, but it's just not as clean as I would like it to be. Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Serpent, yeah, thanks for bringing that up. So you'll really want to only use like MetaMask or something like that, an ERC20 type wallet. Don't send from an exchange, because, you know, they have to distribute the tokens, the wCCX, to you after the pre-sale and the public sale are over, right? So you can't do that from an exchange, because they're not going to be, I mean, they could do it, they can send it to the exchange, but it's just going to go wherever, right? It's going to go to the exchange. So don't send from an exchange. I guess some of them have that capability, so don't do that. Definitely get the ETH into an ERC20 type wallet like MetaMask. MetaMask is probably the safest way to do it, if you're going to do it. Yeah, I don't know if I'll do any on the public sale. I did the pre-sale, 3 ETH to that, 3.2 or something like that to that. I don't know if I'll do anything on the public. We'll see. Maybe that could be a video. Maybe I could throw like 1 ETH at it or something, just to show how to do it. Because I don't think I did that during a video or during a live stream. I don't think I actually bought it. I think I did it after the fact. That might be kind of cool. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. The sale is going on for 8 days, I think. So it'll end, I think it'll end October 29th. Is the way that's going to work. Yeah, all right, cool stuff. So this has been way longer than I wanted it to be, as usual, because I always start rambling at the end. All right, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. I don't know what the content will be tomorrow, but be sure to like, share, subscribe this video if you found it somewhat useful. I know I ramble a little bit at the end there, but that's just me. I just do that. But yeah, check it out. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a poll or something and see what y'all want to talk about tomorrow. It would be real easy to talk about the market, you know, because I mean it's green, super green, so that's always fun. But I like to talk about things besides, you know, the obvious. So, all right, guys, I'll see y'all tomorrow night. Stay savage, everybody.